This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, everyone, it's your favorite time of the week. We didn't get a chance to do the Imponderables on Parshas Pekudei, so here we are. I want to share with you 5 Imponderables on Parshas Pekudei. Let's begin in the beginning of the Parsha, Perek Lamed Ches Pasuk Chaf Hei. Eila Pekudei HaMishkan, Mishkan HaEdos. Rashi says, why Mishkan, Mishkan? This is a remez to the Beis HaMikdash that was nismashkein, taken as a collateral for the 2 charbanos, for the sins of the Jewish people. I've always wondered about this Rashi. A mashkon means something that you take, and you have a chayv, you have an obligation, and to ensure that your obligation is paid up, you give the person a collateral. So, Klal Yisrael sinned. What do we owe Hashem? I mean, I understand we have to do tshuva, but in order to remove the wrongdoing. But is there something we need to do that we owe HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Is there a chayv over here that Hashem took the mikdash as a mashkoin? A mashkoin is something that is used to ensure a debt is paid up. What is our debt to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? What did we do? Certainly we're always indebted, but what is it exactly that we owe Him? Perek Lamed Tes Pasuk Daled. There's also an interesting question. The pasuk says, in Parshas Tzav it says, Vichubar. What happened to the Vav in Pekudei? Why did the Vav disappear? What happened to the Vav? Perek Lamed Tes Pasuk Lamed Aleph. Rashi discusses whether the tzitz was worn on the mitznefes or the mitznefes was on the tzitz. Rashi says that through the pesilim, they put the tzitz on the mitznefes. But you can't say the tzitz was literally on the mitznefes because there was a space. Rashi goes through a whole arichos of how to position the tzitz in the mitznefes. But we just had this. Rashi said this whole presentation in Parshas Tzav. Why is Rashi reiterating it? Why is Rashi repeating it? Perek Lamed Tes Pasuk Lamed Gimel. Rashi tells us that the krushim were ultimately put up by Moshe Rabbeinu. It says they brought the Mishkan to Moshe because the Jewish people were not able to erect it and put it up. But because Moshe Rabbeinu was not involved in any malach in the Mishkan, God let him be making the Mishkan. So one question is, why was Moshe not involved in doing anything else? Number 2, so Hashem let Moshe put it up, and nobody could be making the krushim, and even Moshe Rabbeinu was not able to do it. So Hashem said, you just try, and make it as if you're putting it up, and it will happen on its own. Well, what's the inyan that Hashem didn't even give Moshe Rabbeinu, that Moshe Rabbeinu on his own couldn't do it? Klal Yisrael, when they were involved in every other aspect of the Mishkan, they were able to do it on their own. So why was it that Moshe could not do this on his own? Perek Lamed Tes Pasuk Mem Gimel. Vayar Moshe es kol hamalacha v'hinei asu oisa. Usually v'hinei means a surprise. What exactly is the surprise over here? That Moshe saw all the malacha, and behold, they did it, like Hashem commanded? Is that a surprise that the Jewish people did what they were supposed to do? What is the connotation of the word v'hinei in this context? Okay, a few questions to think about. Be'ezus Hashem, we should have siyata d'shmaya to learn and understand Sefer Vayikra, Haba Alinu L'Taiva.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.